Alrighty, ready for another test drive with my friend Yo. Hey, hello.
Hello.
We see we zeroed our kilometers here. We see 14 degrees Celsius and 178.2. It's difficult to see. Amp hours charged in from the last charging. This is one battery. And this will be our voltage at the motor while we are driving. When it gives a little throttle here, you see it's coming up. Alrighty, here we start.
So we're driving about 100 kilometers per hour. We've been driving 46 kilometers now. This is our RPM that we are running in fourth gear. This is the controller temperature. Jetzt nochmal zuhalten oben, bitte. Dann sehen, dass man nicht messen kann. These are the amps. Oops, sorry, we are running much faster now. Amps, we are running a battery. This is the batteries, and this. Okay, we can let's go. Oh, we'll show you later. I can see 3.19 at the battery, and the total motor voltage is about 86 volts. Our amps we are running is a little bit same like the kilometers. So for 90 or 100 kilometers we use about 100 amps, a little bit less than 100 amps. So 50 kilometers, we check now the amps we are using. We use about 0.9 amps per kilometer. That would allow us to go for 200 kilometers total range on our 70 calbs, 180 amp hours.
Alrighty, we have been driving 177.3 kilometers on the German Autobahn. We have a temperature at the controller at 33 degrees Celsius. We used about 70 amp hours, 0.2. We have total voltage on the pack now on 228.1. We see one battery at 3.28, and this was a very lovely, nice first longer test drive. What we will see now here, we open up the hood and we'll check some temperatures. Also here on the motor, this one is hot. I have to leave it now because it's hot enough to touch it this long, but it's not brutal hot. And the Soliton, you see the fans are running, so it's cooling itself by the fans now. And but you saw the devices inside here, the temperature measurement device, and this is 33 degrees. So this looks very nice. We have the gearbox here. It's warm, it's fine. They are very hot. And now you see the fans stopped now. So already reached the fine temperature for the Soliton. So we keep on driving over land now. So we made a little stop. We have been driving about 69.9 kilometers. We used about, we see now 94.58 amp hours. We see our total voltage at about 229.8, 33 degrees. 3.31 volts on one battery. So our numbers tell us that we will make the whole way on the countryside back. Hopefully this works. So this is a little stop here. We stopped at 176.8 kilometers. The controller temperature is about 35.5 degrees Celsius. We see here two gooch. Thank you very much. 24 amp hours that we still have in after charging. We charged to 178 amp hours and still have 20 amp hours in after 177 kilometers, something about it. This is one battery you see here, and here you can see the total pack is about 223.6 volts. Well, it's very difficult to see. Alright, so we're changing the drivers and go on for the next 24 amp hours.
Okay, we are back on the Autobahn and we hit the magic 200. We did 200 with the battery pack. Great moment.
Okay, the first total run test is done. We've been driving 202.4 kilometers. We used from our 178.2 amp hours nearly everything. We have 2.7 amp hours left. You see the controller temperature here. You see the battery here, and that means that we only well, I will give these numbers to you with a calculator, not now. You see the total runtime. This is driving and charging all together. And this is the total voltage pack that we still have here. So there's still energy in. We started not at 180, zeroed at number 180. We started at 178. This comes from the last charging. I keep it like it is now, and look, if I also come to 178.2 after charging, this will start now. It was a great test drive. Thank you very much.
Hey. Yeah, it was a really good run. No problems at all. And 225 kilometers, or
202.
202. Wow.
Yes. So charging is running, everything is fine. We changed some settings with the Soliton and the computer while we were driving, and you could really say there is at this big battery pack with 235 volts, limited to the motor by the Soliton. You can really say, because the amp hour meter is running on the battery side, that at about 100 kilometers per hour it's about 100 amps that you use, and also you could say the maximum motor voltage is coming very close to the maximum speed you can drive. We set I had the voltage at 192. We changed it to 120, and I could only drive or come in a normal time to 120 kilometers per hour. Then we changed it to 140, and I could go to 140 in a really normal acceleration time. So these numbers come very close together. For the amps you use, if you go slower than 100 kilometers per hour, it's less than when you, for example, you go for 80 kilometers per hour. It's not 80 amps anymore that you use. You go lower, you see a 70, 75 something. And if you go higher, if you go for 120, you use more than 120, you go for 140 amps, for example. A little bit like this. Just to keep these numbers also on video now. Alrighty, thanks, bye bye.